Market news and views by InTheMoneyStocks. My name is Nick Santiago. Today is April 2nd, 2015. Thank you all for tuning in. So we're going to start off the day with the S&P 500 E-mini futures, and you're going to see that the futures have pulled back a little bit here. They're now trading lower by 5.5 points to 2047.5 per contract. We'll see how this market plays out today, but the markets have been weak really all week long. So we did see a nice uptick on Monday, and then really Tuesday and Wednesday markets have floundered to the downside. So we'll see if we'll see where today's market closes. Now, volume could be a little bit light once we get into the afternoon session. Remember, the markets are closed tomorrow for observance of the Good Friday holiday. Also, tomorrow, even with the holiday, we will have the non-farm payroll report out by the U.S. government or the Bureau of Labor Statistics. So just remember that a lot of people are going to be on watch waiting for this job number to come out tomorrow. That could be the sign that tips the scales. But either way, hopefully we get some good trading action this morning. A couple of things to go over quickly. We did have some economic data earlier, and it looks like weekly jobless claims came in a little bit better than expected. We also had some trade deficit news. I believe the trade deficit sunk 17% in February to $35.4 billion. Who really cares? We really just care about the chart action. Charts will tell us what we need to know. Let's start off with some stocks in the news. Micron Technology stock right now is trading at $27.16. Did spike initially yesterday after the closing bell on its earnings report, then came all the way back down, and now it's kind of settling in just a little bit above where it closed yesterday. So Micron trading at $27.61 at the moment. I'm not sure there's much we're going to do with it here. If it does get down to around a low of maybe, say, $25, we would look at it there. But I just don't see Micron in play yet. It could be a scalping stock today, but there's not much we're going to do with it as far as a gap play goes this morning. So we'll keep that on our radar. We'll see how it plays out. But again, Micron's one to watch once the opening bell rings today. Let's take a look at CarMax. KMX is the ticker symbol. I believe they had some type of earnings as well. The stock right now is trading at $71.10. It is a little bit overbought on the daily chart, but still looks good on the bigger time frame as the trend is up. So with the way you play this is if you own it, you trail your stop loss. If you don't own it, you wait on it. Let it give you a pullback pattern or some sort. But there's not much we could do with it if you don't own it. But if you do own it, just trail your stop loss. Let it move higher if it can. And if it comes back down and takes you out, so be it. It takes you out with a profit. That's the best way to play this. Looking at the next one on my list is Lumber Liquidators. So it looks like they came out with news saying that they had some better than expected profits, even though they've been downgraded by just about every firm out there. You can see Lumber Liquidators today is trading a little bit higher, so that stock is on the move today. We'll keep that on the radar because if that stock ever got a little bit of a short squeeze, it could really ramp up in a big way. I don't know if that would happen today, but again, it looks like March sales were better than expected from what the company says, even though they were down overall. But compared to the news that it's had recently with all these 60-minute reports and I believe Whitney Tilson bashing the stock pretty much every day, the stock has definitely been under pressure. But if it gets any kind of a short squeeze, this is an equity that could move a lot higher. I couldn't even put it into words where it could go, but again, that hasn't happened, and we'll just keep it on the radar today. Let's take a look at Simon Property Group. I think they're doing a share buyback. Stock closed at $197.99 yesterday, say $198. Today it's trading at $198.50. Very hard to see this getting above 200 on the daily chart right now. A lot of resistance still there, but if it does, hey, the stock's got upside. There's nothing really wrong with it. It's in an uptrend. They did call off their they were looking to acquire Macerich. They did call off that bid yesterday. Stock did move on that news, so today the stock is looking fairly strong. Let's take a look at Autonation. I believe they had some news as well. They may be earnings also. Let me just see here. Yeah, it was just new sales. They were just reporting sales for the quarter. Right now, Autonation with a pretty good little pop here. Stock closed at $63.77. It's trading right here at $65.90. So this stock, believe it or not, has upside to $67.25. So if you own Autonation, trail the stop loss. We'll be looking at it once the opening bell rings, see if we get any bullish pattern for later in the day. But this stock does have upside to around $67, so you want to keep that one on your radar today. Let's take a look at Pfizer, ticker symbol PFE, and what you're going to notice with Pfizer is that the stock is trading at 34.31. This is basically where it closed. The company does have news out here today saying that they're going to pull the one drug, their one, I believe it's a vaccine, and the one vaccine that they have in China, they're going to pull it off the market. So that's the only vaccine that they sell in the country, but they are going to pull it. So that could be a negative event for Pfizer. Again, I love Pfizer at 33.25. You get the stock down there. In my opinion, it's a buy. That's about $1.05 lower. So we'll keep that on the radar today. Pfizer sells off. 33.25 could be a spot to get involved in the equity on the long side. Today we do have some volatility out here. So remember, yesterday I talked about it in here. You get volatility, you get trade. So come on over to the intraday stock chat room. Take out a 7-day free trial. You'll see everything that we're doing in there. Yesterday we had some wild action in the morning. Dynamite action, and hopefully we'll get more today. So again, we get some volatility, we get a down market, we're going to get opportunities. That's the bottom line. All right, let's go over to the oil market this morning. Crude oil is down $1.06 to 49.03. Now, crude oil, if you've been following it at all lately, and I think the whole world has, it's been a very choppy and volatile trade. It's been up and down, up and down, up and down, but nonetheless, the sell-off remains in crude oil. I have a chart of the USO up here. Right now, it's trading at 17.37. It closed at 17.57. So, again, this should remain very, very choppy. I don't know if there's much even want to do with it here, but either way you slice it or dice it, oil will remain somewhat of a choppy trade going forward, in my opinion. Keep an eye on the U.S. dollar index. Today, the dollar is down. You can see the dollar is dipping. It is down about 53 cents, but it's been all over the map. So weaker dollar generally will help oil, but not always. So, keep that on the radar. You still got to look at the chart. Let's go over to the gold market. Gold futures are trading down $5.40 to $1,202.80 an ounce. If you take a look at the GLD this morning, you're going to see that's still sitting right around 115.47. Closed yesterday at 115.60, so it is reflecting a little bit of the downtick. But one thing you want to remember, gold had a big move yesterday, so that was a powerful move in gold futures. And again, we are giving back a little bit here. We'll see if the weaker dollar does lift gold a little bit. I'm not 100% sure how that's going to play out intraday, but I do like gold in the short term right now. I think I covered everything that I wanted to get to. Futures have come back a little bit. They are down $2.75. Looks like the weaker dollar is certainly pushing futures up a little, but we'll see how this plays out once the opening bell rings today. With that being said, everybody, come on over, take a 7-day free trial to the intraday stock chat. You'll see everything that we're doing each and every morning. With that being said, everybody, God bless. Have a great morning, and we'll see you on the charts.